I'm going to take this bean pod and show you how to get the seeds out of it to grow the tree called Cassia grandis, or also known as the pink shower tree, endemic of Brazil. Let's get started. You can basically pick this bean pod off the tree while it's still green, but you're going to want to put it in the sun or semi-sun to let it brown up so the membranes dry out. It's easier to break the shell, and it's also easy to get the seeds out of the membrane. Now, if you don't have a hammer and anvil to open up the bean pod, don't worry. You can use just two pieces of wood and hammer them together. You want to find this seam here, and you're going to want to run the hammer along the seam, like so. Give you access to the inner membrane. And this is why it's important to let it brown. It's easy to crack this open. Don't go too crazy, though. You can see how brittle that is. So now we need to get these seeds out of here. That's the next step. Don't want to damage the seeds inside, so I want to go careful. Might lose a few seeds on the ground using an anvil, but that's okay. I'll sweep them up. So if you look inside, here are the seeds. Like so. Got a very distinct odor to this. It's also known as the stinking toe. But if you don't let it rot on the tree, it doesn't smell so bad if you pick them early. So that's the seed. So that's what the membrane looks like on the inside. And that's just only about half of it, and that's how many seeds you get out of it. And it does smell like a stinky toe, so the name is fitting. But it is the pink shower tree. It makes a beautiful flower, and it is a very sturdy tree. So since I took these seeds fresh off a tree, the seeds are still soft inside. They're actually a really good feed for a lot of different animals. And that's why the bean pod has so many, to be like the incentive for you to carry their seed. Once you get these dry, you have to file them, scarify them, and allow the water to enter. And you put them in warm water where you can still put your finger in, like hold it there. That's the right temperature. Then you want to drop them in. Now, if they're old, leave them in for 24 hours. If they're like this, I would say 6 to 12 hours, then plant them. I can literally, if I wanted to, I could break the seed. I don't want to. I want to grow every one of these if possible. I don't know the germination rate, so I'll share those results in a couple weeks and let you know how that goes. Some of these will be planted directly to soil, and some of these will be put into like the Ziploc bag method and other methods, and to see which way is better. So I went into my seed closet and pulled out the Jacaranda, the bico-de-pato, and the Chapadinha. These are endemic trees of Brazil, of the Atlantic forest. So we're going to start with the Jacaranda Chapato first. It's a really it seems to be air distributed kind of a seed. I'm going to have to use my clippers here to snip them and put them in warm water, kind of like a scarification process. You want the water to access the seed. You want to start to see the little bit of the seed's flesh showing when you snip it, so the water can access it. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. And you don't have to use a file on this particular setup. So the water's going to access the seed just fine, and that's why I don't need to use a file. So I'm just going to clip that off until I can see the flesh of the seed. Just a little bit, not much, just clipping it. A little bit more. There we go, and in it goes. So I got all the Jacaranda in there. They're soaking. I'm going to leave those overnight because they're dry and they're not fresh. And this germination rate is probably going to be around 20 to 30%. So now we're going to go after the Chapadinha seeds. I've already opened this one. I sent some ahead to my friend Nigel. But these seeds need to be scarified. And they are very small. Smaller than I remember, actually. So I'm going to scarify these now and show you how that's done. I lost a couple off the side, but I think that's just going to be part of this process. I don't think I want to plant all these seeds. Each is a potential tree. I'm just going to push the seed against the file. You can use sandpaper as well, but I just run the seed a couple times on each side. It removes the protective layer on the seed. Small seeds like this, you just push with your finger and ride along the file until you get like a smoothed out spot. Now, if you have tiny fingers and long nails, you can do this trick as well. See, you get a lot moved off, and into the water it goes. Don't be too aggressive. It's not that hard of a material. Probably only need, if you, oops, easy to drop. But you probably only need like 3 or 4 passes before it's ready to go into the water. And this water is warm, but not so hot where I can't remove my finger. That's important. So you can see the differences. That's the new seed I recovered from the seed pod, from the pink trumpet shower tree. That's the Chapadinha, and that's the Jacaranda, the bico-de-pato. So, all very unique trees. All right, so you saw me take the fresh seeds out of the pink shower tree, the Cassia grandis, and prepare them and put them in warm water. You saw me take the Jacaranda, the bico-de-pato seeds, trim them and put them in warm water, and you saw me do the same for the Chapadinha in the middle here. These two are the older seeds, so they'll soak for a whole day, 24 hours, and this will soak for 6 to 12 before planting. And I'm going to be posting updates in the future, so consider liking and subscribing to see how these seeds come along. And until next time.